Hello. We are white and black. We are opposites today.
Good and
Wow.
evil.
I have a Smokey the Bear.
Oh, that's cool.
You want to see? Wait, what do you have?
titties.
Oh yeah.
They're there. You're
They're
fine.
there.
They're perfect.
Speaking of bears, though, Caleb, he's like, oh, I got you something, and I was like, oh, what? I was like, what did I forget? He's like, no, nothing. And it just happened to be on the day I'm wearing this.
That's so cute. What made him get that?
No,
It's
got
just
a little hoodie
is for
on.
you, though.
Yeah,
Look at it.
look at him. He's
Oh, what's his name?
I don't know.
Did you
I
name
just
him?
got him like 10 minutes ago. I gotta name him. Help me name him.
Melted.
Help me name him, guys. He's so cute. I'm
Help
just
Chris
keeping him
me-
on my desk. Actually, Rupert's right here beside me.
Rupee. I haven't seen Rupee in so long.
Who's objectively,
Hi, little
cuter,
Tony.
but he'll probably just lay with it.
He just loves to be with you and just snuggle and be a part of it. Look at him. Look at his mom.
He's so cute. He's such a bastard, though. If anybody has dachshund, they know.
Is his breath good or is it stinky?
He likes to eat poop sometimes, so it's pretty bad.
Why do they do that?
I don't know. I don't know.
No.
But it
My
upsets
dogs were
me.
on a quest to ruin my morning. Eddie didn't have his diaper on, and as we know, Eddie cannot be trained.
No.
We've done everything. And he peed on the front mat and on the front carpet. 2 different places within 20 minutes.
That's like this bastard. He's terrible. Well, he's never
Why do
in
they
the
do
house,
that?
but it's always like in his kennel or like just, I don't know, like on the pavement. I'm like, go on the grass. What are you doing?
Go on the grass.
And he stares
It's
at you.
hot baked.
He's just staring at you with his tail like and just pissing. Oh, it's funny though. Well, it's not funny, but he's fine, so it's funny. But like a week ago, he was sprinting towards Caleb and I because we were like throwing the balls around for the dogs, and he was sprinting. And then as soon as he got to us, right in between us, he drank way too much water right before, and he projectile vomited water over and a little bit of obviously some bile, just over everything. And we're like, it was like a cartoon. And then he was like, and then he just went back to running around, and he was totally fine. But it was, he just drank
Dogs
way
are
too
wild.
much water. It's really funny.
Dude, the way they rebound from like if you threw up, it would be a recovery process.
Yeah.
But dogs are just like, I'm good. Let's play.
I'll eat it later. All the other dogs are going around trying to eat it. I'm like, ew, stop. You guys are disgusting.
Dogs are gross. Like the way
So
they like
gross.
shove their nose in your ass and like they're just like, that smells right.
No.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it is weird. It is weird.
Ooh, I texted Chris the night that we recorded last week and I said, I have a story.
Oh, yeah.
A glitch in the Matrix story.
That's right.
Which
I
also
forgot.
sent me down a rabbit hole, and I got a bunch of Reddit glitch in the Matrix stories for later on,
cool.
but I have to tell you my glitch in the Matrix. That is
Yeah,
so
because she
fucked
didn't
up.
tell me. I said, don't tell me about it. Also, for later, we're
Yeah.
reading DMs and listening to DMs, just so you guys know. We keep forgetting.
Yes.
And we're going to do that.
Yes. I sent the screenshots.
Yes.
I found some.
Tell me your
A lot of
story.
them were like duplicates of the same kind of question, so I only took one of them. So
Gotcha.
hopefully we'll answer everybody's. But this story literally will, oh my God, it blows my mind.
Okay.
So, a few years ago, it was actually when we went to the Streamies.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
I had 2 rings stolen. Do you remember this? And I was convinced that it happened in the hotel room.
Yes.
It was a ring that I had gotten from my parents and another ring that I didn't care about. It wasn't anything special. But this one ring got stolen.
Wow.
But I have spent so much time asking the universe to bring this ring back to me. And I kind of had an idea of like who I thought it was. I thought it was a specific influencer.
Really?
Yeah,
Who?
do you know? I'll tell you after.
Just bleep it
I'm
out.
afraid it won't get bleeped. I'm afraid it won't get bleeped. I don't want to start drama. But it doesn't matter because of this story. So, I was really I really thought it was this streamer who was in the bathroom for like a long time. And that's where all my jewelry was and stuff like that. So we end up coming home. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Here, I'll text it to you.
Yeah, text it to me.
I think that was her name.
Yeah.
Remember her?
I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah,
I know
yeah.
who you're talking about.
So I was convinced it was her.
Right.
I'll say her. Hers enough.
Uh-huh.
So I come home. I'm so distraught. I'm like calling the hotel, like, please just check anywhere. It's gone. All of this. I couldn't believe. I'm like, no. This is horrible. So that was a couple years ago. But what blows my mind is when I packed up my old house, I had a whole bunch of junk jewelry from when I had this company called Molly Isabella. So I used to have a jewelry candle company where I would every thousands or 5,000 every 1,000 candles was one ring worth $5,000. So I had kept versions of lots of rings that I'd liked, and I kept them in this big book called the Jewel Bible. Well, I haven't opened this Jewel Bible since I shut down the business, which was probably 2018.
Oh, wow. Okay.
2019. So that's before social media. That's way before the streamies and all of that. This ring has been gone, right? I have pictures of me wearing that ring, like in pictures, like in, social media videos on TikTok. So it's been gone forever.
Yeah.
So Adam and I recently cleaned out our barn. We're going through things that we hadn't unpacked since we moved. We moved almost 4 years ago. These are totes where I'm like, it's the kind of stuff where it's like forever storage, don't need it. But I'm at like this point where I'm like getting rid of stuff out of my life. So I'm going through this old tote. I find the Jewel Bible. I open it. I look in it. I'm going through rings. Everything's fine. I'm like, I'll take these rings inside. I'll put them in. So it's about 1 o'clock in the morning. Baby's asleep. I had a bath. Adam's in his office. I'm butt naked. I go into my closet and it's on top of this spot where I need to get into my pajama drawer. And I grab the Jewel Bible and I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if that ring would just magically appear and be in this box? And I open it up and it has like all these things with rings and every single spot is full of a ring. So I open it and I look, and Chris, crammed in on top of another ring, is that ring.
What?
It is that ring.
What?
But I have pictures of me wearing it.
You don't have like a
living here, being no. This is a ring that my parents gave me that was worth like $9,000. Like it was like a massive loss in my life. Like it was.
I remember you being very, very upset when you thought you lost
big
it.
flower. Yeah, it's this big flower. It's like 3 carats of diamonds. Like it was like a crazy vintage white gold like amazing ring. And like they're all and then one ring is just shoved in and I feel everything in my body just drop because I know that this doesn't make sense. Like this can't be in there.
Yeah.
The tote that it was in, the box that it was in, I packed at my old house. I moved out in like 2021, but that I hadn't opened the Jewel Bible since 2018. Like nothing would have been put in there. They were all, 9257, all these like plated rings from my jewelry candle company. Nothing that was worth more than, $20. And then I look and I'm just like, fall to the ground.
Crazy. Yeah. Naked.
I get up. I run to Adam and I'm like shaking butt naked. I'm like, don't, I'm naked. But look. And he's like, what? And he just goes, where was it? And I'm like, in the Jewel Bible book. And he was like,
dude, that is so weird.
That's not possible.
What?
Like but Chris, it's not possible.
I believe you. I believe you.
That tote hasn't even been opened since I moved.
That is the most glitch in the Matrix thing ever. What the fuck?
Every night for the past, how many years since the streamies? How many years ago?
I think that was 22 maybe.
Yeah.
2022.
Every night when I go to bed, I'm like, please bring that ring back. Because it's not even the cost of it that mattered. It was the reason, like, my parents gave me that ring. I think it was the year that I had my first miscarriage. Like, it was just like, it was a really rough year and they gave me this beautiful gift. I was like, please just bring that ring back. Please bring that ring back. And I'll be like, oh, if I ever had a genie, I get the genie to bring the ring back.
Oh.
And like, I've so manifested. And then, but Chris, it was in there, not in the line. And it wasn't when I opened it before. Like, I would have seen it.
That is so weird. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to think about that. Divine intervention.
Divine intervention.
Glitch in the Matrix.
You want to know something really crazy? I've had that happen with a ring before, not glitch in the Matrix, but I had a different ring called the chandelier and I loved it. It was just like a really like cocktail ring from the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I never wear it, but it was my mom's. I loved it growing up. And I had somebody take it from my house and said person ended up, after we had a falling out, returned it back to my house in an envelope and was like, I'm so sorry. That wasn't glitch in the Matrix, but I've had a lot of stuff with rings going missing. And then remember the friggin' New York trip, Air Canada, I went off because all my shit got stolen out of my luggage. That was terrible. But this ring, like, there was no possible way.
That is so weird. I guess she didn't steal it.
Unless she did and the universe was like, give it here, take it back.
Oh my gosh. That's insane. Well, I'm so happy you found it. I'm so happy the universe brought it back to you.
I just want to find a way that it's possible so bad. And be like, I just,
Right? Yeah, how do you...
But there's pictures of me wearing it before I'm like after I moved when I was already living here. Like,
so weird. So strange. I don't even know what to make of that. That's amazing though. I'm happy for you.
I've been mind on it for a week.
'Cause that is
I just keep looking at it and I'm like, it's the same one, but it's engraved on the inside. It says mom and dad.
Yeah, there's no I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy. Has anybody else experienced that? I'm trying to think if I've ever
need to know.
experienced anything like that, but I feel like I just find stuff. I'm like, oh, right, I did put it there. It's just like,
Which I would totally believe if that tote had been
No, I
closed
believe
since
you.
2021.
I believe you. That's amazing.
Weird.
It's amazing.
My mind is broken.
Yeah.
On it.
Don't let that thing out of your sight. Shit. Is it in your jewel box now?
Oh yeah, it's safe. It's safe. I actually ended up putting it. I have like an actual like safe
Yeah.
that gets put in a hidden spot in our house, and I was like, I don't even want this where I can touch it. Like, put it away. It has too much weird energy right now. I need it to like go away.
It disappears.
Just knowing that it's back though. It's back.
Yeah, that is weird. It time traveled.
Crazy.
Weird.
Crazy.
Write a book about it.
Fuck that. It's stress. I'm stressed out even. Look, I'm just rubbing. I'm like stressed out. I'm like, I can't make sense of it. I need to make some sense.
That's wild.
Anyways, what happened with you this week?
Not that. Let's see. What miracles happened in my life? No, literally nothing. What did happen? Well, what's going to happen? My family's going to come tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. I haven't seen them in like over 6 months, which is insane, which is probably the longest I've ever gone without seeing I obviously have a family now, but like my family.
Your core.
Yeah.
The core.
People that gave birth to me, or at least one of them, and the others. So that I'm
Do
really
you cry
excited.
when you see them? Are you a crier? Like,
No.
will you cry when they get there? No, I would.
Maybe. Actually, now that I have nephews, probably. Because
who's all coming?
my nephews, Jessica, my older sister, Alyssa, one of my younger sisters, my mom, and my father.
I'm so excited.
My stepfather. Yeah, me too. It's like
they get
half
to see your new place.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited they can see my 7 dogs, my 4 cats, cows. It's great.
What's your plan? Are you guys going to do anything fun?
And I think we're just gonna hang out. Hopefully the weather is nice. It's been so dreary here. It's been like British
Which
Columbia.
Is not very Texas.
No, not at all, which is great. It's very green now. But I'm really hoping that the weather's gonna be nice. Because we have a pool and stuff, and they're like pretty chill. And they're not staying long enough where we could like go do stuff really. They're just staying.
How long are you staying for?
Just like Friday, Saturday, Sunday to Monday.
Because
Because
I'm just excited for you to get filled up on the OG core love, you know?
Exactly.
And then when you see your nephews, and when you see your younger one, you can know that's like where Remy is.
Yeah.
They're like the same
And then
age.
I need to fly up to you and see you and Remy, because it's been it's been like the same amount of time.
It has been pretty much, yeah.
Ugh.
Pretty much.
Disgusting.
It's been longer because he's almost 8 months.
it's been
so
longer,
I haven't
yeah.
seen you last summer. So we're more like 10, 11 months ago.
Like, oh my God.
That's the longest we've ever gone since we met. Like, since we met the first time, we've always seen each other for like 3 to 6 months apart. But we're going, because it was House on Eden, which was midsummer, right? Like, it was like July. So we're like, yeah.
A lot. And after that, we were like, just needed a break from life. And then you became a mother.
Mother.
You became a mother. And then just really no excuse, really. But
bro,
work and moving
I had the craziest mom night last night. This is the first time this ever happened with Remy. It was 6:20 p.m. And Adam calls me because I'm down here working on revisions. And he's like, oh, I tried, Selena. I tried. I'm like, what? And he's like, Remy's passing out. He's passing out. I'm like, it's 6:20.
No.
He cannot go to bed right now. But he's like, no, he's out. But he didn't take a second nap. We tried for so long. So I go up and he's in his plaything and he's like, and I'm like, you need to go to sleep. And he literally goes, like, pick me up. So I pick him up and I put him in his bed, which, by the way, we decided to get the Montessori crib, which is on the floor. And it's like a cage. It looks like a cage.
Oh, I know
No
the
roof,
one you're
obviously.
talking about. I've seen it.
But I was like, I really thought I was going to sleep with him. So we got a queen size one. So it takes up like half the room. So it's just him in there.
What? I didn't
But
know that existed.
Yeah, it was special order. But I quickly discovered that now at the age he is, we cannot sleep together because he wants to have his body against my body, and I have a blanket, and I'm like, oh, you'll die.
Yeah.
So he's in there alone, but he puts him in at 6:20. I'm like, he's gonna wake up for 10 or 12. Then I'll put his owlet foot thing on. I'll put him in his sleep sack. He doesn't wake up.
Oh.
4 o'clock in the morning, like I'm sitting up, and I'm like, Adam, he hasn't woken up for Bubba. It's so cold in here. I'm like, oh, he doesn't have his sock on. Is he dead? So I like go over like with my phone light and I look at him and he's like, ah. And he like throws himself. And I'm like, I'm not going to wake him up. But he's been asleep for 10 hours at this time. So I go to the bathroom, I lay down and I start hearing this weird noise. And he's like, and I go over and he's got himself. That's the other thing. He's got this queen bed. He goes, boom, 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 boom,
Right.
boom, boom, all night, just rolls
Kids
around
sleep
it.
crazy,
I think
yeah.
it's good.
Yeah.
He had himself in the corner. His whole head was bent up, and he's like, choking himself out.
That just
So I'm like,
terrifies
that's it.
me.
Yeah. I throw him in the bed between us. Still doesn't wake up. I change him. His little legs were so cold from not having a sleep sack on. I end up just being like, I'm up now because I'm just having a day. So I wrap him up in the blanket. I'm just laying there, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry you were cold for 5 minutes.
That's so cute. Oh my goodness. So stressful. You know what? That is what happened this past week is that one of our friends had to go to the hospital. They're fine. But
Good.
they, her husband took her with him. They both went to the hospital. I can't get my fucking English. They went to the hospital and they were like, can you come look after our kid? Because they have a little girl. She's about 3. And we're like, yeah, for sure. Of course. And we're like, yeah, we're like looking at each other. We're like, we can do that. I grew up with like 4 younger siblings. I've looked after many kids. I grew up
But it's been a minute.
But it's been a minute. And obviously I haven't been home with my nephews in a long time either. And it's just somebody else's kid and all this. So
Yep.
we're just like, yeah, of course we can. And it was later at night. So she was already in bed. So we go out and we go to look after her. And they're like, okay, she's in bed. You know, if she wakes up, like if she makes this sound, that means that. If she says this, then you got to do that and this. And we're just like sitting and we have this little monitor thing. And we're just there for like 2 hours just looking at it the whole
Oh my
time.
God.
We didn't move from the couch. Caleb had like his laptop. He was doing a little bit of work, but every time she was like, we're like, and then
It's time.
But the crazy sleep. It was, and I remember being the most insane sleep. Like I'd fall off my bunk bed. Just kids have crazy dreams. And then at one point she was like face down, and I'm like, should we go in there? And then they also said like she will absolutely freak out if she sees, because you're not us. Like we know her, but we're not like super.
You're not the known people.
Yeah. So can you imagine just 10 o'clock at night? We're like, hey, your parents are gone. We're looking after you now. They're at the hospital.
3, they're like, I
Something
just want
bad
mom and dad.
happened. Like, so every time she got up a couple times, and I'm like, oh no. And then she would like fall back asleep, and we're like, go back asleep. So we just got like a 2-hour taste of parental
and how'd you feel
anxiety.
about it, though?
Horrible. Mostly because it's not, like, it's not you feel like an extra bout of responsibility because it's not your kid. And
I remember our surrogate was pregnant. Jessie was pregnant, and I had to watch my nephew, Dawson. And I remember like I was with him for 6 hours, and I was like,
oh yeah,
I don't know if this is for me.
I know my nephew,
but it was.
Yeah,
when you have your own, it's so different. And like you get to know their cues. But like Remy, he's doing weird shit. Like he's doing this thing where he goes up on his hands and his feet and just like holds himself up in his sleep. Or he'll just randomly be like, yeah. Or he'll in his sleep reach over, grab hair, and just rip it out, and like there's nothing. Like, and you can't wake him up. Like we cut his nails and stuff in his sleep. Like,
oh, that's smart.
Just
that's smart.
We learned you can't do that when they're awake by cutting off his fingertip.
Yeah, I feel like it happens to most people. You get like the little quick, or like the quick, like it's a dog. But you know what I mean? You get like two down low. Yeah, I know. Well, I'm going to be with my nephews for like 4 days, so I'm so excited. But it'll be like 2.5-year-olds and an 8-month-old.
How long is that flight? Wait, how long
3
is
hours.
the flight? Okay, it's not too bad with 2 kids though.
Yeah, but my mom will be with my sister and my dad will, so they'll be okay. But George, he's a 2.5-year-old boy. He's very much a 2.5-year-old boy. He's a little crazy.
Yep.
He's a little crazy. He's a little crazy. So it'll be fun. It'll be good. No, it'll be good.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I love
Take
hanging
lots
out with
of
kids.
pictures.
We have that sounded really weird.
I
love,
know,
but we have Wednesday night dinners with Caleb's family every Wednesday. We have like a big family gathering, and we always host it. Caleb always cooks. I always clean, and we have one little nephew that comes over who's around George's age, pretty much the exact same. And it's just so fun. He's just like looking at everything and wondering what everything is and doing.
It's so
and I just
good.
like teach him, like, what color is this? And he's like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's so exciting. It's so wonderful.
Dude, I love the age Remy's at right now. Like, he is so interested in everything. He's really into standing. He's like, can I lean against that?
Oh, yeah.
And like, everything's funny. Everything. He like, you walk in the room and he sees you and he's like,
yeah, he seems like a happy baby.
He's super.
That's good. Jessica has a happy baby too. Teddy.
That's
her
good.
little. Yeah, you guys got some happy babies. That's good.
Thank goodness. Everybody keeps telling me they're like, don't have a second one. The second one's fucked.
No.
They give you an easy one and then the next one's crazy. But I'm like, I don't feel like that's everyone's story.
No.
My brother was chill.
Yeah, I was not. But Jessica's second has
Wait, you're the second baby?
Yeah, I'm the second baby. I was not chill.
Were you crazy?
Yeah. I broke 13 bones, dude.
Oh,
Multiple stitches, and all like before the age of 12.
Just testing your mom's sanity.
Oh, yeah. I feel bad for her. She would just like roll her eyes by like the 5th bone. She'd be like, oh my God. Is it really that bad?
I love your mom. My bad.
Yeah, she's good. She's good. She's going to come soon. I haven't seen her in a while. That's great.
That's good.
I'm excited.
That's good. I even miss your mom. I love your mom's energy. She's cool beans.
She's really funny. She's so silly. She's such a silly
I don't know why,
person.
but the first time I met her, she wasn't what I thought she would be.
Would you think?
Not that I thought she'd be anyway. Not that I had an image, but just different than, I don't know. I thought she'd be maybe more strict, but like you're an adult now. I don't know.
Yeah,
she's
she
cool.
Definitely was. Like, she was a strict parent.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way, but just in like I didn't think she was fun as a kid way.
Yeah.
I didn't think she was cool or fun as a kid. I was like, that's my mom, and she's like the rule holder. Same as my dad. But as soon as we hit like 17, 18, I was like, people are chill as fuck. It's great.
Yeah.
Once they had like 2 more kids, and they didn't care anymore. They're like, whatever.
Gotta break them
Do
down.
what you want.
Gotta
You want a
break 'em.
beer? I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Right.
It was legal in Canada.
My parents didn't give a shit. They're like, as long as we know where you're drinking, it's fine.
Yeah, that's
My mom
what
used
it
to
got
buy
to.
me-
Yeah.
What were those coolers? Were they called Vex coolers?
Yeah.
Vex? Yeah. My parents used to buy me like a 6-pack and they're like, just stay in the basement. And then everybody would have one and act completely hammered. Do you remember that as a teenager? You'd have one drink and then everybody would be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so sober.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't even be drinking like 90% of the time because I just wanted to be coherent because I was very
Yeah. I was like that type of like control.
Yeah.
What was your first time drinking? Like first memory being like, oh, I'm drunk.
Statute of limitations, it doesn't matter anymore. It was pretty young. And it wasn't like a habitual thing. It was just like
how old were
teenagers
you?
being like, oh, terrible. I remember it
I was
very,
13.
very well. I was also 13. I remember it very, very
What
well.
is that?
I remember my parents had vodka in the freezer. And you did the thing where, you take a bit,
Water.
you add water or whatever. I don't remember if it froze though, because we didn't take that much because we were 13. I think we had like 2 little glasses, and we were like, oh my God, what's great? But I was just in my basement with my friend. Shout out Sophia, going to her wedding this year. Such a bad example. Just kidding. So was I. Yeah. I think that was the first time, and then it not for a while after that. I don't think, like maybe a couple years, and then there was like the bush parties and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah,
and it would be coolers more so, or mixed drinks,
mixed drinks
that were like
swamp water,
50% alcohol.
Did you guys ever do the thing where you took a cooler, one of the coolers that had the drains, and you just pour all the coolers, bottles of vodka, bottles of pop, and make the swamp wash?
We call
How
it.
do we not die?
What do we call it? Fuck.
Yeah, I need to know what you call it. We call it swamp wash.
That makes more sense. But it was just fuck. What was it? It's like a punch. I can't remember what it's called.
Party punch?
Something like that. I feel like it's got to be on Google.
You need to figure it out. I just feel like youths don't even like do this anymore. They just do hard things, which is not good.
Yeah.
We were just cleaning out my parents' basement, and I found the crate with the Crown Royal, and I pulled it out. And my first time drinking, I filled a Coke glass with Crown Royal and drank it right down to the top.
Sorry.
Jungle juice. Yep.
Jungle
juice.
Yes. The Crown Royal.
Yeah, but I found it and I pulled it out, and I could I've never been able to drink Crown Royal again. I filled it, and my parents didn't even punish me because the hangover was that bad.
Dude.
But they literally I took out the Crown Royal bottle, and it's like not even the right color. I'm like, this is all water. Like, you need to throw this out. I also can never look at this again, ever.
So I feel about like Captain Morgan or Southern Comfort. I was a rum person. I was like, it is like cough syrup.
What's your drink now? If you're gonna drink, what do you like to drink?
I haven't in years. Like, I don't remember. I think the last time I had something, it was like maybe a little bit of either champagne or like a white wine or something. That would be the only thing. At
I like that for a
wedding
sipper.
or something, and I just don't, because I don't feel like it. Caleb's never had anything.
Never.
Yeah,
I don't like
for
to
it.
lose control. I like being sober, but I drank a couple weeks ago for the first time.
Right.
I'm a vodka soda person.
Ooh,
So gross.
yucky.
But I'm diabetic, and it made me feel good.
That's fair. That's fair.
I was hydrated.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, like
Dude.
I think wine is okay. Or but other than that,
yeah, I like wine.
I don't like red wine. It would only be like white wine or maybe.
I like the sweet. I don't like it dry.
Yeah,
Like, make it be like juice.
it's just like juice or like rosé or something. I'm very girly.
Rosé. I like Spumante Bambino. Is that what it's called?
I have no
It's like
idea.
the cheapest, like $6
I like
champagne.
Barefoot.
And it's... Yeah.
I like what is it? Duckling, ugly duckling. Any of the big.
That's the same. Yeah, same thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Or do you remember like the strawberry wine? It was like a bubbly strawberry wine. Ooh, the barf tasted so good when it came back.
Yeah, see, I'm happy with my decisions. I don't care if other people drink or whatever. I'm just like, I don't, just make me feel good. I just don't like it.
Chris and I are so sober. Like, any event we've ever gone to, everyone's like drinking. We're just like, not a part of it.
Feels good.
Oh my God, that's funny.
It is.
So I know I had my glitch in the Matrix story. I also collected some whatchamacalls Reddits. Okay, here is the first story that we have. It is the glitch in the Matrix subreddit from The Karma Don't Matter. And it says, I think I just became the background character for another person's glitch.
Ooh, fun.
That's interesting. This technically happened last night, but I was just starting a graveyard shift, and I am now only getting it all down. I work at a gas station chain with only numbers in its name. Okay, so 7-Eleven. Wow, thank you. You're so mysterious.
What other one? I couldn't even think. I was like, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
911?
Fuck. We were just outside of a large chunk of suburbs, none of that middle of nowhere. Like, we aren't exactly near any other businesses, but we are rarely completely dead for hours at a time. It was just past midnight. With everything going on in the US right now, not a lot of things or other gas stations or bars are open at night anymore, so it was a slower
Maybe it's
evening.
2020.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, let me see when this was. Hold on again. 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. See? Look how quick you were. To me, I'm like, what's going on?
Is there an apocalypse I didn't know about?
Basically. I was the only one in the store, and a car pulled up to one of the 2 double-sided pumps out front. Pretty standard white 4-door. I'm not great with car brands, but it was a little nicer, like upper middle class, and probably only a few years old. A woman gets out and starts walking towards the door like she's in a daze. Legit, this woman looked like she saw a ghost. She wanders up, sort of freezes at the door for a second with a 1,000-yard stare before opening it and coming in. She didn't go looking for anything. She didn't start shopping, just sort of stood inside for what felt like ages. I don't like that. Again, bars are still open, so I think maybe she's a little drunk or had a rough night or something. So I give the usual, welcome to 7-Eleven. Let me know if you need help finding
And he
anything.
says 7-Eleven.
And she finally notices me and immediately asks me the weirdest damn question I've ever been asked on the job. You can see me, right?
Ooh.
What would you do?
Wait, I'm going to do that to people
Yep.
for sure.
Yep.
You could see me, right?
Go to cemeteries and do it. You didn't see me? Like, go park. We should do that for a video.
Was she trolling? Yeah, that'd be funny.
I don't know.
What year is it?
I said, yeah. Like, what else do you say? She breaks down crying in the middle of my store, so I'm already headed around the corner to see what's up. I have my cell phone in case I need to call the cops or something for her. I get her to sit down on a nearby pallet of soda, and I'm grabbing her a bottle of water. And after she catches her breath a little, she tells me, I thought I had died.
Oh.
Again, I'm thinking maybe she's on something, but she's a middle-aged woman who looks like your standard local suburban housewife. We're a pretty boring township without your average junkies like you find closer to bigger cities. So she asks if I can call her husband to pick her up and wait with me. She has her own phone and does so, not really telling him anything either, just where she's at and if he can come get her. He says he'll call an Uber and be there as soon as possible. We're waiting. So far, nobody else has showed up, so I'm keeping most of my attention on her, and eventually she starts to explain. I was driving home from dinner with my coworkers, and as I'm driving through nearby intersection recognized, a truck ran a red light and hit me.
I was going to say she probably got in a car crash.
Mm-hmm. Now her car is still at the pump without a scratch.
Oh.
She goes on to say that she remembers her car being pushed into a pole, going airborne, and then nothing.
What?
I tried to calm her down, letting her know that her car is out front and looks fine. But she insisted that she completely blacked out, woke up in an ambulance for a split second, passed out again, and then woke up again in the driver's seat of her car at the intersection, waiting for the light to change. Perfectly fine.
Oh.
The whole thing freaked her out so badly that she drove to the nearest anything, us, just so she could get out of the car. Her husband eventually showed up to get her, and he asked her if I had any idea what happened. And even though she sort of explained it to me, I just shrugged no, because I had no idea what was happening anymore. She reluctantly got into the passenger seat of her car, and he drove them back home.
Whoa.
That was hours ago. After which I worked an entire shift at the gas station, still trying to wrap my head around what the hell I just witnessed.
Whoa. That is so interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's really cool. I got goosies on that.
So she didn't get into a car crash.
But maybe she did, and she respawned right back at that moment to keep it from happening, because that wasn't her actual time to happen, because things in the interdimensional get fractionized. Nothing is absolutely right because anything, and there's all these timelines going at the exact same time. And we don't know. You could jump timelines at any moment. Maybe she jumped back into a timeline when she was still alive. Sorry.
No, that's okay. No, it's okay. Yeah, timelines, that's very interesting. We were talking about that, about how you could, not realistically, but really you could only go forward in time or to a different dimension. You could never go back in time. It just
But isn't it weird that if you were to go far enough in space and look back,
maybe that
other things, dinosaurs could still be here?
Yeah. No, it trips me up. I don't like it. I'm glad she's okay. I wonder.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I believe her, though. It sounds real. So
Yeah.
here's some comments.
Yeah.
It says, quantum immortality, that poor lady, the truck, and then the ambulance sounds terrible. And then this person says, what happens when you get to old age in the quantum immortality theory? And then this person says, natural death results on rebirth from a new mother, but still in a universe. Whoa, where you are many ages. When you die, you slide to the closest parallel that matches your own. It's usually only changing something so subtle you rarely notice. Okay, hold on. We're going a little deep here for a minute, guys.
Say, what is quantum? What are they saying? Quantum what?
A quantum theme in quantum theory is that anything that can happen does. When you consider what this means in the context of living and dying, a fatal situation can end with you either alive or dead. If every possible outcome literally does happen, then you will always experience the result where you can live. Here's my other thing. She could have just fallen asleep and then woke up and had like a really weird, vivid dream.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, but
Still
this is more
trippy. Can you
fun.
imagine working alone and that happens, though? Weird.
Very weird.
Mm-mm.
Very weird.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm just double pounding over here.
How's the Coke
I'm really
Zero
into
working?
the Coke Zero, zero caffeine, zero sugar, fridge cigarettes. I love my fridge cigarettes.
I got them in my fridge.
Lock me up. Cigarettes.
Same one.
And I got a smoothie.
Yep. I got my coffee.
I got to pee like a racehorse,
go
but
pee.
we're good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I like holding it. Makes me feel trained.
You know psychopaths do that?
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's been known. Let me fact check myself. But that's I do the same thing. Not that we're psychopaths, but then I saw a video where it's like, yeah, I'm a psychopath. You know, as a kid, I loved to hold my pee. I was like, what the fuck? What? What? Where did that come from? I don't understand it.
Am I a
That's such an umbrella thing to say.
Selena, you hold your piss, you psychopath. I could be. Who knows? Wait, let's see the characteristics. You do that. I'm gonna look up the characteristics of a psychopath. What are the characteristics of a psychopath?
That's funny. Or like bedwetting, I guess, because they hold in their pee. I don't know. It was like a random video where the psychopath was talking, and she said that she's talked to other psychopaths that did the same thing. I think it doesn't have it. I can't find anything about it.
Oh, I'm not a psychopath.
No,
It's
me
either
neither.
low empathy,
No.
nope. Shallow emotions, lack of guilt. I feel guilty for shit that I didn't even do.
Same.
Emotional detachment.
Yeah, I think I'm the opposite.
I'm too.
I think I'm the opposite of a psychopath.
Yeah.
All right. Next we have, he thinks we both died. I'd like to preface this by saying my husband is an electrical engineer and I'm a teacher. We're not crazy people. Just because you're an electrical engineer and a teacher doesn't mean you're not crazy, by the way. Anybody can be crazy in any profession. Not saying you're crazy, but just saying. So, back when my husband and I were dating, my husband was in a terrible car crash. His truck hit black ice and he slid into oncoming traffic. His truck was completely totaled. So was the other truck he hit. The weird thing is, though, both he and the other guy were completely fine. Not a scratch on them. All my husband had was a bruise on his knee. The first responders were baffled, as was the towing company and insurance, when they realized no one had died or was severely injured. Damn. Wild. Fast forward to a few days after the crash, my husband comes over to my apartment. We're having a conversation about a university class we're both in, and he casually asks when I got the flat screen TV sitting on my dresser. At this point, I'm very confused because I've had the little flat screen since I was 13 and had it the entire year and a bit we'd been dating. I'd asked him what he's talking about, as I've always had the TV. He told me to quit pulling his leg and asked me what I did with the old tube TV. Oh, classic tube TV. Big thing with the big back. With the big back on it.
That's where the big back originated
where
from.
the TV wizards were. That's what I thought. I had no idea what he was talking about and told him so. What, you didn't think there was wizards in the TV making it work?
No, but that was hilarious. I just saw like a meme too yesterday, which was a kid. I showed it to Adam. He's like, I didn't do that. And it was just rubbing their face and hair on the static of the TV.
Yeah.
And he's like, I never did that. I'm like,
I did. I licked it.
Me too. Nothing tastes as good as the feeling of static.
Yeah. He's convinced I had a tube TV. I proceed to get on Facebook and showed him a picture we had taken 2 weeks prior with the TV in the background. It's a flat screen in the picture. My husband goes white like he's seen a ghost and just stares into space for a minute. His eyes started to water. I asked him what's wrong, and he said, I swear to God, I'm not crazy. You've had a tube TV since we were dating. It was a tube TV when we took that picture. I brushed it off as his head being rattled from the accident, and he didn't bring it up again. However, anytime we hung out in my room, he'd always look at the TV weird. Oh, okay. Okay, I had to go back. It's a few days after the crash. I forgot what the timeline was here. Fast forward 7 years. My husband and I have been married for a few years and decide that we're ready to be parents. I'm not on birth control, and we decide whatever happens, happens. We're not actively trying, but not preventing it either. So we're on vacation in Italy, wandering around Rome, and I feel like shit. I had my period the week before, and it was the worst one I'd had in my whole life. As we're walking around, I am suffering from back pain, chills, and horrific cramping. I go to the bathroom in a cafe and hurl my guts out. I have diarrhea and realize I'm menstruating heavily. Sorry, that sounds...
This sounds more like a miscarriage or like ectopic something.
Yeah, interesting. Obviously, I'm weirded out since I just had my period the week before. I clean myself up, go back to my husband, and tell him I think I need a doctor. I have a pretty high pain tolerance, but this is insane. It's getting to the point I'm having trouble walking, and I'm starting to feel pain in my shoulders. I don't want to ruin our vacation, but I'm starting to really worry. My husband is smarter than me, sees the state I'm in, and says I'm visibly paler than when I went to the bathroom, and gets me help. 20 minutes later, I'm on a stretcher and being taken to the hospital. An hour after that, I'm being prepped for an emergency surgery as doctor tells me that I've a ruptured ectopic pregnancy. There you go.
Yep.
I have heavy internal bleeding, and if he doesn't perform surgery, I'm going to die. God, thank God for your husband getting the hospital involved. 6 hours later, I wake up and very sore and tired. Doctors tell me I'm very lucky, and if I had waited any longer to seek medical attention, I'd be dead. Husband stays with me in the hospital the first night, then gets a hotel for the rest of my stay. A week later, we're cleared to fly home, and I go through a grueling month of healing from the surgery. 2 months after our return, somehow my husband and I get on topic of fires, and he goes on about the dangers of kitchen fires, and I say, no need to worry, we're all set with the extinguisher in the closet. He looks at me like I had 3 heads and asks me what I'm talking about. I remind him about the extinguisher in the front closet where we keep the coats. We've had it for 3 years. He insists we buy one when we bought our house. He insisted we buy one when we bought our house. Okay. My husband shakes his head and tells me he has no idea what I'm talking about and we don't have a fire extinguisher. How does this all relate? Okay,
Yeah, I'm curious.
What is ectopic pregnancy and the TV and the extinguisher? Sorry, it's something in my eye. It's fucking driving me
different
nuts.
Timelines, Chris.
Interesting.
In a different time.
Oh yeah, right. That's what we're talking about. I forgot. I remind him about not only my memories of fighting about if we really needed one, where to put it, buying it from Home Depot, but also installing it to the wall in the closet. He looks at me in confusion and tells me none of that happened. I get up, go to the front closet to show him, all the while cursing him for being an asshole for forgetting our 2-week fight about it. And lo and behold, no extinguisher. Not only is
he had the TV, she had the extinguisher.
Not only is there no extinguisher, there's no holes in the wall where I know we installed it. No fresh paint. This wall has never been touched. Oh my God. I insisted he's moved it and fixed the wall. Ask why the fuck he would play such a stupid prank. He continues to insist we've never had one, let alone talked about getting one. This goes on for several minutes. I'm approaching hysterics, telling him to quit playing with me when finally he says, now you know how I feel about the TV. We didn't speak about it for a long time. Then after I found this thread, he brought up this theory that perhaps in another timeline or dimension, whatever you want to call it, we both actually died and we reset like a video game and the TV and extinguisher are glitches. I don't know if I agree with him. All I know is that I have never been so rattled in my whole life, and every time I get something out of the closet, I'm overwhelmed with this feeling of wrongness. I know it should be there, but somehow it's not. I can't explain it. He says he will go to his grave swearing I had a tube TV. I see. So they both had near-death experiences, and then in one dimension they died in those experiences. Wow, that's so weird. There's some things where I am like, I swear to God, like if I'm talking to Caleb, I'm like, I was not there when you watched this movie, or I was not there. Like, I've never been to the store. And he's like, no, you have. Like, we have done this.
I've had those too.
And then I'm just like, maybe I just have a horrible memory. And sometimes I do, but then there's sometimes where, I'd be with Caleb and then his cousin Clint, and Clint's like, she was not there. And Caleb's like, yes, she was. Or there's a thing where I'm like, you and I did this. Like, we were here in Texas. Like, I've never been to Texas. And he's like, no. It's like, what? And it's only happened a handful of times, but I just can't make any sense of it.
No, I am on the exact same
Yeah.
path as you. We've had those moments too where I'm like, we did this together. And Adam's like, no, we didn't.
Must have
Like,
been your other boyfriend.
certain trips, certain places. I had it happen with a rug where I was like, where'd this rug come from? He's like, oh, you bought the rug. And I'm like, I've never seen this fucking rug in my life.
Yes.
Like, it's so weird. And I wonder, this is kind of a weird thing that attaches near me. I was driving down this like rural road that I've never been in, and I was like really dense trees. And I think I was like 16, 17.
Yeah.
No, I was driving. So I was around 17. And I like went over tracks.
Yeah.
And there was no warning about like a train coming.
Oh.
And I went over it. And right as the back of my car went over, a train went like
What?
1 millisecond and I would have been hit. And I remember for the whole rest of that day, every time when people started to talk, it's like their mouth and their words were like one fraction off from each other. Like, do you know when you like when audio's off a little bit, just until I went to bed that night. But I was like, did I fucking die?
Yeah, no, I really think there is some sort of correlation between having near-death experiences and then, I don't know, just almost being like more hypervigilant or something. I've had a handful of those experiences too, where it's just like,
It's so weird.
oh, like a horrific crash I remember happened like 30 seconds after I passed this exit, and like people died and all this
And
stuff.
it could have been
Yeah, it was very Final Destination, and it's like, I don't know, but like you feel it. Like, I don't know if I get this all the time, and I think it's just from fear, but especially when I'm driving, like if I'm like in between two semi trucks or something, I get this
gross
chill.
feeling.
No, I literally get like a physical full body chill, like pins and needles all over my body. And then I like slow down the car, or like I have to adjust something while I'm driving.
Maybe that's
I
how
feel
you're
like
supposed
that's
to die.
literally that's what I always feel like. I'm like, and it's not even always in a moment of I guess it is kind of, but it could just be like walking on a trail. And then I get like a really chill, and then I'm like, I'm gonna turn around.
Jump. You need to fix yourself. There was something they have to say about that, because a little while ago, Adam and I went to this 40th birthday party, and he was leaving at a different time than me, and I was convinced that he was going to get hit by a car. Like, he was going to get in a car accident, and I saw this place with like siding on it, and then we drove past it, and I was like, Adam. So then I Googled it, and it's like, you need to walk backwards for like 2 minutes straight to reset the timeline. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, can you imagine just start seeing people walking backwards all the time? They're like, I'm just in the wrong timeline.
No, for real. But that's kind of how I like, if I get that full body pins and needles chill thing, and I like physically, I like slow down, or I turn around, or I like, it's really weird.
You just know to do it.
Yeah, maybe I'm just crazy, but I don't know. I feel like there's always been something to it. It's very strange.
There's shit going on in the world. I think nothing is explainable.
Yeah.
Like everything but nothing. Like, I believe everything at this point.
Me too.
Everything. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Sure. I have a short one here, and then we'll go into people's advice
Yes.
questions. Some more questions, some more advice. So
cool.
whatever. But this one is phone calls from my past grandfather. All of these have to do with death, which is cool. When my grandmother passed away, my mother and I just moved into our new home. Within a week of his passing, I had a dream that the phone rings and it's him on the other line. He says, "Hey, Heather, do you know who this is?" I didn't know what to say because it sounded like him, but I knew in my dream that he had passed away. He just laughs and says, "I don't have much time. Can I speak to your mom?" And then I say, of course, and run into the other room to give my mom the phone, but I drop it and it gets disconnected. The next day, I tell my mom about it, and she gets a serious look and tells me that he called her in her dream and said, "I don't have much time. I need you to turn off Heather's heater." She wakes up and goes into my room, and the heater is shooting flames out of it. The heater was an old plug-in one. I have goosebumps. Is an old plug-in one that was his, and I used it every night, pointing it at my bed when I went to sleep. Not sure if this is even glitch-worthy, but it is a sacred story from my family, and it gives me the chills every time I tell people.
That's wild. That's very, very strange.
Very strange.
The only time I've had something like that is for my, I think, 25th birthday, I planned to go skydiving by myself. just because I was like, I always wanted to do that and it'd be fun. And then it was July 1st. That's my birthday. So it's like usually the weather's really nice I was still in Canada. And then the night before, I feel like I probably told you this when it was happening or whatever, but I had a dream of being in a plane and then everybody being like, don't jump out. And then I jumped out and my parachute malfunctioned and I died in the dream.
So you didn't do it?
No, I canceled. I was like, okay, that's all I need. I'm good.
Right.
I'm good.
No,
and the weather
follow
ended up
that
being
shit,
bad
dude.
that day. Like halfway through the day. Wasn't supposed to be. Not that I would have died because of it.
And you're still here.
So now every time somebody tells me they're going skydiving, and recently a couple people did, I'm like, don't do that.
Don't
do that.
Just don't. It's not worth throwing yourself out of a plane to die. Okay.
You know, my grandpa, he was an air traffic controller, but he also flew little planes and stuff. And he always said, "Why would you ever jump out of a perfectly good plane?" That's what he always said. Yep. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
Thanks, Grandpa.
You're right. Yeah,
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That is crazy. A lot of my like psychic moments have come to me as dreams where people are and stuff, and like that guy coming to me and telling me about the neighbor. Like there's just so many instances, and I feel like you're so wide open when you're dreaming, and that's why like so many movies play on that.
Yep. So true.
Are you ready for some questions, my love?
Yes.
All right. Some of these people want them anonymous, so I'm just not going to give names to any of these. Okay. We'll just ask them. Okay. I'm dating a 30-year-old man, and I'm 17. Where I am, it is legal. And I'm curious what you guys think about my relationship. Note, this is not my first older boyfriend, but back when it was illegal. I also don't have any issues with my parents. I have 4 great parents, and they're all gay. Me too. Okay, fun question. I want to hear your take first.
No, you look like you were going to say something. You're in an age gap relationship.
Yeah, 6 years or something like that. Here's the truth, guys. 17 and 30, that's too big of a jump. That is, I don't care. That's a predator. That is a predator. You're 17. Even if you were 18, even if you were 19 and he was 30, I still don't like it that much.
If you were 30
at
and
the
he was
age
42, fine. Totally fine.
Yes, but not at the age you're at.
You are a different human being. You are a child at 17 and he is like where we are now. Like you're a fully formed adult man, and that is a child. And
put it this way, you and me. Yeah. Imagine us dating a 17-year-old.
Oh
no,
that would literally be like my little brother who's a decade younger than me. That's disgusting.
That's a child. They aren't formed. You're not formed yet.
Yeah. So your boyfriend, you're probably, I don't know, like you guys are going to age and he's probably,
I don't see
it could work, but you are going to be like groomed into a relationship and I'm assuming this is probably your first like serious relationship, because I feel like that's very common because you don't know any better. And
yeah, I'm not worried about them. It's the 30-year-old that has me questioning, because I'm like at our age, like me looking at that, I would want to parent that child. Like I'm worried of like where their mindset is.
I mean, yeah, I don't want to get into weeds or whatever, but low-key been in that type of situation and it's gross. It's gross. That person.
Oh, we both do have a story like that, don't we?
Yeah. Anyway, we just told our little stories. But yeah, no, it's just like, there's just no way in which that is a equal relationship. You are being used and you don't know it. And it doesn't matter if you have great relationships with your parents or anything like that. That's not.
We're your parents now.
We're your parents. If you were my daughter, and you're dating a 30-year-old, or is it a son?
Yeah. Because they said,
was it a boy dating a man? A boy dating a man? Literally?
I'm dating a 30-year-old man and I'm 17. And then they said, I don't have issues with my parents. 4 great parents. They're all gay. Me too. So yeah,
okay,
it's a boy.
Whatever.
17-year-old boy with a 30-year-old man. Yeah,
doesn't matter. Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter. Oh,
no.
Makes me sick.
All right, next. We've covered that. All right. Let's go to something a little smoother. How do I act around my friend who likes me? For context, one of my mates, let's call her Jen, has made it very obvious that she likes me. Always sitting with me, holding my hand, complimenting me, playing with my hair, calling me pet names. I already have a girlfriend and I've expressed that. Every time I bring my girlfriend up, she gets defensive and asks if we've ever fought and brings up the fact that she's polyamorous. Though currently single, she hasn't admitted it out loud and has admitted it to others. I feel like I might come off as entitled if I just say, hey, Jen, you know that fat crush you have on me, but also I feel awkward and slightly uncomfortable. What do I do? She's just like not picking up what they're putting down.
So this person's in a relationship and then their friend is hitting on them extremely hard.
But they know they have a girlfriend and doesn't back off.
I just back off that friendship because that person doesn't respect your relationship. And that's gross. That's wrong. Especially if like you're fully into your relationship and you don't like, first I would personally ask them about it, call them out on it, tell them to respect it. And if they can't, then the friendship's over.
I completely agree with that. If they're your real friend, they'll respect your boundaries.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I can't imagine how the partner feels about that if they know anything about it. Like that would make me feel like shit if there was a...
Yeah, tell your partner and let them confront them too.
Yeah.
Tell her, be like, Jen, I told my girlfriend you're being crazy.
Yeah. True.
Okay, next one. Hey, Chris and Selena, I was wondering if you had any advice on how to keep going with a career that isn't entirely realistic, but I want to be it more than anything in the world. Even though it's really hard to keep going sometimes, do you have any tips on powering through? Love you guys so much.
I wish we knew what the job was.
I know. The only advice that I can give on this is like, you say it's not realistic. If it's something that you're not going to be able to take care of yourself or don't have a spouse who you can lean on, I feel like those things need to become hobbies because like get something that like helps carry you so eventually you can become this. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't want like bad to fit on bad. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like for me, before all this stuff, I was a hairdresser, but I really wanted to do art and I would like do little commissions on the side, but there's no way I would be able to pay rent and like buy food and all that kind of stuff with doing that. So I'm like, I'm going to do hairdressing too. And then I did that on the side. So pretty much, it could be, I don't know, not that you can't follow your dreams and all that kind of stuff. Just
follow your dreams.
We only have
so much context. They ask about powering through.
Yeah.
They ask about powering through. Yeah.
It's just like.
So I think it's like, don't give up.
Yeah, don't give up, but also, be realistic and be able to take care of yourself as well. Like you can always strive for it, but you need to be realistic too. I've never been that type of person that's like, follow your dreams. I mean, you should.
Me too.
You should. And I think it's because I was raised by just very like, get a 9-to-5 and all this to get a pension, which obviously I don't. Dude. But I always had like 2 jobs. I had like a cleaning business, but I also was a hairdresser. And then I also worked at a dealership for a while. And I always had like a little job or hobby that I did on the side that I really loved. And that eventually, like this is, I get to be creative and all this stuff. It worked out, but I always had that plan B or A. Yeah. You need a plan A and B. That's what I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, next one. I found out my ex-boyfriend was cheating on me with my best friend after I found a positive pregnancy test in his bathroom. When I asked him about it, he said it was his sister's, but that she had been at college for the last 3 months. Later that evening, my best friend gave me the news, and I put 2 and 2 together. Naturally, I put an instant mashed potatoes in his yard before a storm, did the lost key thing where you buy a bunch of keys and put their name and number on it and drop it all around town, and ordered hundreds of dollars worth of random stuff from Amazon with the last of the money in our shared account.
Is this you?
That's just a confession. No! I love the instant mashed potatoes. Damn, no, I've been through something like that, but no, she had it
my
together.
brain could not keep up with that. What happened at the beginning? Who did what?
So she found out her boyfriend was cheating on her by finding a positive pregnancy test in his bathroom.
Got it.
So then then her best friend came to her and said she was pregnant, so she put 2 and 2 together.
Got it. Okay.
That's just a confession, but that
was... The keys thing? Damn.
I've heard about that. You get like, you buy those like little tags, you can buy tons of them and they just drop them everywhere. So they're always getting calls.
That's crazy. The instant mashed potatoes is also
Diabolical.
crazy. Probably
That's
animals all
amazing,
coming
though.
over and eating up mashed potatoes.
And just making your lawn fucking stinky and gross.
Dude.
I like this next one, though.
Okay.
First, thank you for that confession. That was juicy. What horror movie do you think you would survive in? And which of you do you think would be killed first?
Oh. Okay, let's think of a horror movie I'd survive in.
I think I'd survive The Strangers.
I think I could outsmart it.
Yeah.
I could figure it out.
If strangers rolled up here in this crib, tell
But
you
you're
what.
in Texas.
Tell you what. Yeah, you know what? That's a great one. It'd be about a 5-second movie. Okay?
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Toodaloo. Have you been seeing all these reels? Sorry, this just made me think of something where they're like, where I get killed, but I low-key have a double chin, so they're like
Yeah. Yeah, I have seen that. Or like you have an insecurity and they like fluff their shirt up and like pull their shirt down or whatever. It's like
who would die first though? I think I'd die first. I think you'd be so ready and I'd just be like, oh my god, do you need a hug?
Well, it depends on the movie, I think. Also, I just got a compound bow, so we've been doing archery, so I'd be silent and deadly too. I'm pretty good at it. I'm pretty okay at
I'm
it.
silent and deadly in other ways.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you might give it away. You might give yourself away.
They
It'd just be like,
that smell.
where are they? And you just hear in the corner. And she's like,
But no
and then they
smell.
look at you and then I get them through the head.
Perfect.
I think I'd go. I don't think I feel like if we were to die, we'd probably die pretty close to each other. I think we'd die together.
We'd be trying to help each other.
Yeah, I
and
think
then
so. I think so. But yeah, strangers, that's a good one. I feel like that would be
That
the
is a
most
good one.
possible because there's no like supernatural thing. It's just people, which is scary. But I mean, if you got the right equipment, you'd be all right.
Then you'd be
You'd be
alright.
alright.
You just gotta be confident with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. How do you deal with so many different people having so many different opinions about you? What a fun question.
Listen, the human was not built to be hyper criticized by millions of people every single day. Can you imagine? I mean,
Yeah.
again, like I don't know.
We live it.
It's
How do you deal with it, Chris?
I don't know. It's like it gets to a point where you gotta just let it roll off your back, water off a
You just
duck's
gotta be in your
back.
bubble.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for Caleb because he's very good at talking me through it because he's experienced it just as I have, if not even more, because he used to do a lot of commentary and a lot of different opinions on things. And when you share opinions, then people really get, all worked up and stuff. But yeah, he's very good at handling it. I'm not as good.
We're women. I think that we're kind of conditioned to not be good at that.
Yeah.
I've discovered you only read your top comments. They're almost always good. I've gone down the rabbit hole of Redditing myself and YouTubing myself. And what I realized was not a damn thing any one of those Reddit posts or YouTube videos were correct. So the way that I realize is that I know me, Adam knows me, my small circle knows me, but literally no one else really knows me to be able to speak on
Yeah,
it.
that's the hardest thing. Because, I mean, for me, I don't share my life. Like, I don't do, I've done maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 vlogs in my entire YouTube career. But, like, I don't share my life, really. I keep it pretty, unless it's on here. I feel like this is the place. But even then, I'm not. And there's a reason for that. Because you only know this version of me, which is still me. There you go. It was a little glitch. That's all you get today. Tell you what. Yeah. Love it. Love you guys. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye. Bye.